company handling your money on the state's tollway system faces new scrutiny tonight after a KXAN investigation reveals questions about the security of customers' financial information. We've told you about Conduent as we've investigated TxTag billing problems over the past year. The company was one of several entities behind sudden, massive late fees in Texas and other states across the country. And most recently, we told you how our investigation helped spark calls for a federal investigation into whether Conduent is breaking the law. Now KXAN investigator Brittany Glass is looking into an all-new problem that could involve your credit card account.
Brittany, this all began with a whistleblower from the Texas Department of Transportation reaching out to us.
That's exactly right. But let's be clear, this does not mean your account or even the TxTag billing system has been hacked or breached. What we do know is this. TxTag contracts with Conduent to collect your money when you pay for the tolls you're driving through. Like any company that processes customer credit card information, Conduent is required to be PCI compliant or payment card industry compliant. It's not a law, but it is a security standard meant to protect your financial information. Credit card companies enforce the rules on vendors like Conduent, which we've discovered has lost compliance with two major credit cards, Visa and MasterCard. Meaning if you paid a toll with one of those cards recently, this is a story you can't afford to miss. When we first began investigating TxTag's billing problems last fall, Tiffany Edge reached out to us for help with unexplained late fees.
Bills getting later and later, not getting a bill at all. Calling customer service is a nightmare.
Edge links her Visa credit card to autopay when she drives through tolls.
If I'm giving you that information and I'm trusting you to take that money out of my account, then I'm hoping you're using every safeguard you've got to make sure nobody else has access to that information.
But after our latest discovery, she says that convenience is now a concern. Within days of TxDOT's executive director renewing TxTag's contract with Conduent this summer, the billing vendor lost its PCI compliance with Visa and MasterCard. Edge and other customers we've contacted say we're the first to notify them of this security issue.
They should be telling the public what's going on, especially if they're providing a road for you to use but charging you to use it.
This is important stuff, and we expect companies to take it seriously if they're going to have access to this kind of information.
Experts at the Center for Identity at the University of Texas tell us a company losing PCI compliance means customers lose the trust of safety for their personal information.
It's your name, your card number, the expiration date, the little CVV numbers on the back, the magnetic stripe information and the chip information that might be stored on the card.
So what happened? TxDOT tells us a transition at Conduent's data center delayed its compliance recertification. And as soon as they were notified of the situation, they immediately hired a third-party consultant to provide a security risk assessment of the TxTag systems to ensure there are no risks to their customers. And the credit card payment system continues to work as it should.
It matters what the banks and the credit card processors say. And right now they say that they're not compliant, which means there's some gap that needs to be resolved.
State Representative Tony Dale sits on the House Cybersecurity Committee and has two toll roads in his Cedar Park district. He says the credit card concerns we brought to his attention are yet another reason his constituents and drivers across Texas need a TxTag system overhaul now.
I can guarantee you I'll be filing several bills during the next session related to toll roads and how they work, and I know that there's a number of my colleagues that will be doing the same.
But with a state agency, you would hope they have some of the safest safeguards against your information. It makes me very leery of making another payment through them right now.
You might have noticed these billboards or even TxDOT's website pushing people to sign up for a TxTag account to save big instead of just paying each toll individually by mail. Well, that incentive might also be putting you at more risk when it comes to this issue. Experts tell us PCI compliance is even more crucial for companies that store credit card information for recurring payments, like what's required to have a TxTag. Now, remember, we have reported that TxDOT is in the process of purchasing software to run the TxTag system, to hopefully have greater control over issues like this, but that will take time, so it had to extend the contract with Conduent for 2 more years.
Does that contract say anything about Conduent having to stay PCI compliant?
It absolutely does, Robert, and it actually requires quarterly checks on that very thing. And failing to remain compliant could result in fines against the vendor. But so far, TxTag has not told us whether they'll pursue that.
So what is it doing then?
Well, that third-party security assessment we mentioned is underway. Conduent deferred all our questions to TxDOT, but we do know the company is working to get back into compliance, which will all be factors in deciding if there should be fines.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Conduent operates toll systems in several states, including Florida, where lawmakers have already been calling for ending ties with the company. In fact, earlier this year, the Florida Department of Transportation responded to reports of a security breach where an error allowed dozens of its customers to have access to other customer accounts for hours. In that case, the affected customers were notified and the issue was quickly resolved. We'll continue to follow these developments, and you can check out our complete coverage in the investigative section of KXAN.com.